Welcome to our first Digital Fest. My name is Adele. I am the current president of the Music Industry Club at CSUF. I want to thank everyone that is joining us today, whether it be through YouTube or Facebook. We're all here tonight to showcase some of the most dedicated and amazing emerging artists we could find. Most of them have been working to break into the music industry from a young age, and some started during college. At Mike, we're passionate about sharing stories through music and believe in the power of unity through that same music, which is why we also have 4 professionals that have been working in this industry for a while, from organizations such as the Recording Academy, Sony Music Entertainment, Zenobia Records, and our very own advisor, Amani Roberts, aka DJ Amro. Catch a special performance from him later in the show. They're here to speak on their roles in the business of music and to remind us that pursuing and succeeding in a music career is still possible despite the current global circumstances. We know the pandemic has hit our dream industry hard in the past year, and it takes us coming together and learning from those working hard to keep it alive to build a bigger and brighter future for ourselves and our peers. Now let me introduce Karen, the Vice President of the Music Industry Club, who will be explaining some fun activities and an opportunity drawing happening throughout the event.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you to all the CSUF students who RSVP'd to our show. You have been entered to an opportunity drawing to win a $30 Amazon gift card. And during the show, we will have 2 questions pop up on the screen randomly. This will be trivia questions. Whoever can get the correct answer first will win a $30 Amazon gift card. We'll have 2 contests, one on YouTube and one on Facebook. And we'll announce the winners at the end of the show. So whoever wins, make sure that you email us. And now, to start off our show, we have a performance by Ali Jet.
beautiful. Just so you know, we're not just here to watch people perform and speak. We're also going to learn a little bit. So here's a fun fact. All right. Did you know that Americans spend more than 4 hours a day listening to music? Crazy fact, I'll admit it, but I can vouch that I cannot go a day without listening to music for at least 4 hours a day. Anyone else? Comment your fave song of the moment. For me, it's El Mundo Es Mío by El Conejo Malo, aka Bad Bunny. 13 hours right now. I think we can all agree with that. And now, if you guys don't have any favorite songs for now, gather up your thoughts for later. We're gonna go into our next speaker. Let's learn from her. Her name is Laura Rodriguez.
Hi everyone, how's it going? Well, I am gonna share my favorite song. And right now I'm like listening to Megan Thee Stallion's Body. It's like my go-to when I work out and just when I just want to like take a step away and, kind of decompressed. But a little bit about myself. I'm actually a Cal State Fullerton alum. I graduated about 8 years ago in 2013. And Cal State Fullerton really set the foundation for me. So I'm so excited to be here. And I'm so excited that Mike is a club now on campus, just because when I was there at undergrad, there was no music club. So it's super exciting to see what you all are doing on campus and really pushing each other forward and helping each other get into the music industry. And that's what I'm here for, right? As an alum, I am proud that I was able to land a job at the Recording Academy, which I'll be talking about in just a few minutes. But I've been with the organization for roughly 8 years, and I'm currently the senior social media manager there. So everything social I run, and I work really closely with various stakeholders of the organization. So my job is very unique because it impacts everyone within the organization, especially right now with COVID. But one thing I want to emphasize about the Recording Academy is that it's the world's leading society of music professionals, right? And we're dedicated to celebrating, honoring, and sustaining music's past, present, and future, right? One thing that I feel as though it's important for you to know about the Recording Academy is that it's a nonprofit, but it represents various voices such as performers, songwriters, producers, engineers, and all music professionals, which means someone who runs digital like myself, a publicist, a manager, a tour manager, you name it. We're dedicating to ensuring that the recording arts remain a thriving part of our shared culture heritage. And we honor music's history while investing, in our future through the Grammy Museum, advocating on behalf of music creators through Grammy advocacy, and supporting music people in need through Music Cares, right? And as everyone knows, we celebrate artistic excellence through the Grammy Awards, which we just announced nominations for last week. And the show will be January 31st on CBS. So make sure you mark your calendars for that day. And one thing to know about the Grammy Awards is that it's music's only peer recognized accolade, and its highest achievements, right? And again, we're one of the leading societies of music professionals, and we work year-round to foster a more inspired world for creators. And again, through that, we do advocacy work on DC, making sure that legislation is updated. As you know, the music landscape has and will continue to shift into a digital. So we want to make sure also that legislation is being updated as the music industry progresses and evolves. Another thing that I want to point out is Music Cares, right? Music Cares is that branch, the philanthropy branch of the Recording Academy that helps people in need. I should say music people in need. And by that, I mean, if someone stole your instruments, if you can't pay your bill for rent, if you can't go to the dentist, things like that, right? And now when COVID really hit, that is when Music Cares really helped the community, because so many people lost their jobs, and we were there to help a hand. Also, one of super exciting thing is that Billboard just announced our 2020 women in music executives, and the executive of Music Cares, which I consider a mentor, actually was named there. And I want to briefly mention a quote that she said there, and I really think it solidifies the importance of Music Cares and what we do to help the music community in need, aside from what everyone knows as the Grammy Awards. Many months later, we continue with our COVID-19 relief effort, having distributed more than $20 million to 20,000 music people in need. This is the most recipients helped for any single relief response in Music Cares history. So this is what we do as a whole, right? As a Recording Academy, we help music people in need, and we foster the music community as a whole. A few things that I also want to mention aside from what we do as an organization is also, sharing some key successes that have helped me and that have also helped my peers. During this time, right? As someone who's in the forefront and really drives the voice of the Recording Academy from a digital perspective, I think it's important to really be able to think fast and react in the most positive manner you can, and work well under pressure. And why I say that is because obviously COVID was a curveball. Nobody really understood what was happening, how long we were gonna be on stay-at-home orders, right? And the music industry was really impacted by this. So by thinking on your feet and working well under pressure is when all these departments and everyone is coming to you for the answer. It's okay to say no, but it's also okay to really step in and give your opinion and give your perspective on how digital works, and educate those who might not know how digital works. And by that, I mean specific platforms, because specific platforms obviously hold a different purpose and have different features. And those features can be utilized to really impact and drive the message that you're looking for. We know that on Facebook, right? We can do Facebook Lives, we can do Facebook premieres, things like that, depending on the bandwidth of your team. So knowing the strengths of your team, but also knowing what you can do on each platform, and really knowing that's super important, right? Like on Facebook, you can also do the donation button, right? Versus like on Instagram, you can only do the donation button if you have it in your stories. So things like that, I think it's super important to understand. Any advice that I would give to students is just would be to really work hard. And I know that's so cliche, but how I was able to really land a job in the entertainment industry was I was always hustling, right? I took internships. I was working full time, going to school full time, and literally did an internship every semester I was at Cal State Fullerton after transferring there. And I feel as though, although I had a lot on my plate, I had a goal, and my goal was to get into the music industry and land a job at a college and really build a solid foundation. And that paid off. So if you're watching this, know that what you're doing right now might not seem like it's much, or you might not see the light at the end of the tunnel, but I can guarantee you, if you put the work in now, you're going to see results, right? but you also want to make sure that you keep surrounding yourself with your peers, right? With everyone who's watching this or whoever is part of this club. Make sure you stay in touch, because those are the people who are really going to help you land your internship or your job. Another thing that I want to mention is anyone who's who you meet as far as on panels, things like that, stay in touch, right? I feel as though people do want to help. I obviously my doors are always open. I love to help students in any way I can and connect them with my colleagues if my colleagues are looking for an intern. So it's always good to know who's looking for an internship, because obviously once I get that email across my desk saying, hey, I'm looking for an intern, do you have anyone, do you recommend anyone, then I can pull names from students who have stayed in contact with me or who have made an effort to to send an email, things like that. And yeah, that sums up myself and what I do at the Recording Academy and our mission.
Hi, thank you so much for sharing, Laura. I appreciate you taking the time to be here with us, first of all, and sharing all your wonderful experiences. It's awesome to see a Cal State Fullerton alumni come back and be so successful in the industry and willing to share and dedicate that time to our students. So that's awesome. I'm actually a part of Music Industry Club. I am a member, so I'll be here to facilitate the Q&A. And I'll just be here asking you some questions that I have and some people have in the chat. So actually, let's get started. So I see here that somebody asked, you mentioned that you worked with legislation. Does that mean you have a say in DMCA claims and all that?
I wouldn't say that. I would just say through our Grammy advocacy efforts, we advocate on like the Music Modernization Act, right? We advocate on making sure that artists and songwriters pay what they the current rate for their songs, things like that. And if you want to learn more about our advocacy efforts, you can always go to Grammy.com and go into advocacy. But I would highly recommend that you go into, you follow us on social at Grammy Advocacy, because obviously we do advocate on behalf of music creators, but let's just say, we also have, there's the Mechanical Coalition, right? And we just did a webinar of how songwriters can, what songwriters should know about this new law that went into effect through the Music Modernization Act. So things like that. We also provide webinars for songwriters, producers, and engineers to really get acquainted with the legislation that we're moving forward. But also through there, you can see what members of Congress are pivotal role and are champions of music creators as a whole.
Definitely. I think that's one thing that I personally have been seeing in some of my classes is, the music industry law wise, it's very old, it's very outdated, and we are moving so fast with technology and digitally. It's so hard for law to catch up, but it's something that needs to catch up because, we have artists that are losing royalties and losing credits and losing that recognition, and we want to make sure we catch up to that. So thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, I think that's very pivotal and important. And I think that's awesome that that legislation is being created to help, break those barriers. That's awesome. So we actually have another question from here in the chat. Same question, or same person, Jason. So as a member of the Recording Academy, do you ever make contact with artists you're particularly a fan of, and do you get starstruck?
No, I can honestly say I've always been that type that I'm like, I'm always like super professional when it comes to that. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's times where I've met, you name it. I've been able to be in rooms with a lot of the artists that you see on TV, and I've been able to talk to them because of social. But I always remember that I'm representing the Recording Academy. And I also know that, artists are just people like myself. Right. So I treat them with respect. I treat them, what do I need from them? Okay, that's it. That's it. Nothing more than that. And I feel as though that's another reason why I've been super successful in my role, because I've been able to develop that credibility, but also that trust my colleagues, they're like, all right, Laura can get the job done. She's not going to be like, can I take a photo? Can I do this? Can I do that? Because that's not my place. Right. But yeah, I'm not going to lie. There's times where I have gotten starstruck because I've talked to X, Y, and Z, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just talked to like Selena or Camilla or like Casey Musgraves, or, I mean, you name it.
That's awesome. That's so cool that you get to see that. And I think that's very important as well, to make sure that we're professional in the role, because, that's one thing we say, even as Cal State Fullerton students, when we go out, they say you're presenting Cal State Fullerton. So you got to make sure you have this persona, especially since we all want to work in the digital media music industry. We got to make sure that we're professional, and, executives need to see that. And so, as you mentioned, because it's so important to you to make sure that you're representing the success of the Recording Academy, I actually had a question myself, is what motivates you to continue to be part of this industry and to keep it moving and going and thriving? What really empowers you to do that? Where's the passion come from?
Wow. The passion comes when, I'm sure we've all been to a show, right? We know what that feels like, that excitement when you're there watching your favorite artist and you're really thriving off the music, right? We've all been in a situation where we're like, gosh, I just need to hear this song. It'll get me in a good mood, right? And for me, it's that. But also knowing that, there's songwriters, there's producers, there's engineers behind these iconic songs, but these songs that really create the soundtrack to our life. And the fact that music is so universal and connects people, that is what truly like drives my passion to the music industry as a whole, because I see, wow, I'm like, that artist sold out like Rose Bowls or, Staples Center, or you name whatever venue, you're like, wow, that one artist or can bring these many people together at one time. That to me is so powerful. And that is why I'm just like so passionate about music. And then you blend in like digital and all those things. And it's just like, I love it.
Definitely. Yeah, I think that's one thing I've been learning as well, is there's so much that goes into music. There's so much heart and soul, and so many people and such a huge team that go into it. The songwriters, the producers, everyone that's behind the scenes. It's not just one person. It's not just the artist that's up there. It's so much people, so many people, bring so many people together, so universal. I think that's awesome. And, thank you so much for sharing that. I had another question for you. What kinds of information or even trends do you follow that could potentially help students learn more about the industry? What are some things that you recommend students looking into to kind of just prepare themselves to kind of know what's going on?
So from a music perspective, just music industry perspective, I would say you follow all the trades, like, you name it, like Billboard, Rolling Stone, like Pitchfork, those types of publications. But also, there's like a new series on Netflix called Song Exploder. Right. That's also a podcast. I really feel as though keeping up with trends like that, watching documentaries, like you just never know, just watch anything that is related to music, because then things will spark up. You're like, okay, wow, like I didn't know about producers and songwriting, but maybe that's something that I should kind of get familiar myself with if I want to work on a label or if I want to work with an artist. Because then once the artist is talking about my songwriter, my producer, like I know what that is, right? Like when I first got into the Recording Academy, there was nothing music related at Cal State Fullerton. So I had to learn everything, right? But now you all have this amazing club and access, and now you can get more information. So, making sure you stay on top of that. And then as far as just digital goes, just making sure that whatever platforms that you're on, the features and you know what they work for and you know how to generate engagement. I'm obviously right now obsessed with like just TikTok, and I'm always like following like people, making like just noticing what people are doing and how to incorporate that to like my overall strategy as a whole.
Yeah, definitely. Well, our time is up for our Q&A, but thank you so much for being here, Laura. I appreciate it. I know our audience is thankful as well. It's so exciting to have, like I mentioned, an alumni and a powerful woman in the music industry representing us. So thank you so much for being here with us, and I'll pass it over to Itzel for our next segment.
My pleasure. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Laura and Myra, for that. Now, before we go into the next speaker, I have a short game of guess the artist and song from our Spotify playlist. I know you guys have to know this, so I'm gonna get off and you guys go at it.
I was scared of dentists and the dark. I was scared of pretty girls and starting conversations. All my friends are turning green. You're the magician's assistant in their dream. Oh, and they come unstuck. Lady, running down to tastes like strawberries on a summer evening, and it sounds just like a song. I want more berries and that summer feeling. It's so wonderful and warm. Breathe me in, breathe me out. I don't know if I could ever go without. I'm just thinking out loud. I don't know if I could ever go without watermelon sugar high, watermelon sugar high.
All right, you guys know your music. Now up next, I want to welcome our next speaker, Adele.
Hi. Am I in? Okay. Awesome. Okay, awesome. Well, hi everyone. I'm going to share my screen. Let us see. Okay. So, hi everyone. My name's Adele Sake, as you all just saw. I am a sales and marketing administrative assistant at Sony Music Entertainment. This week was actually my first full week in the role. So a bit hectic, a lot of new information, but it's all very exciting. And I can kind of share some info on what it looks like, transitioning into a role during the pandemic and just the job search and all of that. But yeah, so to start things off, talk a little bit about my experience, how I got to where I currently am. My first internship was at Art Lifting, which is a art company in Boston that uses their e-commerce platform to sell and promote the art of artists either living with homelessness or experiencing disability. So, providing them a means to uplift themselves. And then I transitioned to Pop Gun Presents. That was my first real music internship at Pop Gun Presents. I was a marketing intern. Our offices were beneath the venue that they owned. So whenever there was like an EDM act performing that night, we would hear like the thump, thump, thump of the bass. So kind of like a weird experience. I would say out of all of my jobs, this was my least favorite just because I would kind of go in and just sit there for 8 hours and like wait for someone to give me work. But, in hindsight, and some advice that I would give to you all is in any job, any internship, take initiative, be proactive. If you aren't being given work, ask for it. That's something that I wish I had done and something that I definitely tried to do or strove to do moving forward in my future internships and job experiences. And it definitely made them, more worthwhile. So I then was an intern at Tallulah PR and Management, which is run by just one woman. So it was a very intimate experience. And she's someone that was still in contact with to this day. We maintain communication, follow each other on Instagram, staying connected. And she was someone that I actually asked for a reference when I was applying to my administrative assistant role that I have now. So just a testament to keeping the connections, even if you don't think that they'll be worthwhile in the future, chances are they probably will be, even if it's like in a small way. And then after that, I applied to a digital sales internship at Sony, got it, which I was shocked about. But I stayed in that role for about a year, January through December of 2019. And then in January of 2020, I became a marketing intern at Arista Records, which is a label under the Sony Music umbrella. So I was still working with the label, but just in a different capacity, in a different department. And then in March, everything shifted to work from home. And I was a senior in college at the time. So all of my classes shifted online, as I'm sure you all are aware of and have experience with. It was a scary time. And so much change. But yeah, stayed connected with the people I was working with, made myself indispensable during the shift to work from home. And then I was eventually asked back for the fall semester to be a marketing intern again. At that point, I had already graduated, but I thought, why not? Have nothing else going on. So I became a marketing intern again. And then a job opened up in the department that I had previously interned in at Sony, digital sales. And I applied, got the job, and that's where I am now. So yeah, definitely all testaments to building your network. Your network will be your most valuable asset in the music industry. It really is a kind of like who you know type of game, which is anxiety inducing. And when you're starting at the bottom, you don't know how necessarily to get to the top. But just take baby steps, you'll get there. And then to talk a little bit about Sony, where I'm at now, the company, its values. So Sony is one of the big three major labels. We're the second largest label in the world, second to Universal Music Group, and then third is Warner Music Group. So Sony Music Entertainment, I would say that the company's missions, really about providing artists the means to execute their creative vision. Really, giving them those tools. And so I've kind of highlighted some of our more well-known artists on here. We have Travis Scott, Miley Cyrus, Brockhampton, Rosalia, BTS, Doja Cat, Harry Styles, and Beyonce, of course. But something that I love about Sony is, all of these artists are very diverse. They're on different labels within Sony. One thing that's not represented here is The Orchard, which is Sony's independent distributor. So you basically, in signing to The Orchard, you get the services and benefits of being signed to a label, but you maintain your publishing and master recording rights. So that's something that's super important now in this current music ecosystem. There's a lot of talk about, how do we give musicians autonomy, agency over their creative output rather than just being a product, really giving them agency. And I feel like The Orchard is an incredible example of how Sony helps to do that. So whichever kind of, place in a career you're at, the Sony has the resources to help you get to the next step if you're an artist, and also if you're a creative working in the music industry. But yeah, to kind of sum up Sony's labels, here we have Epic represented. Travis Scott's on Epic. We have RCA represented, Miley Cyrus, Brockhampton, Doja Cat are all in RCA. We have Columbia represented, Rosalia, Harry, and Beyonce, and also BTS are on Columbia. And then there's also Arista, where I worked, and then a bunch of joint ventures, smaller labels, labels within labels. So there's tons of job opportunities within the music industry, and even in Sony in particular, which isn't something I was completely aware of before joining Sony. But yeah, so there really is infinite room for growth and potential. But just to talk a little bit about what sales is in music, because it differs from sales and like how you see it in like The Office, like the TV show. It's not like we're calling up people like, hey, buy our paper. It's different, right? So sales in music is really tied to streaming. There is physical sales, CDs, vinyl, but most of the profit or revenue from in the music industry comes from streaming. So Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Tidal, and SoundCloud. And my team, US Sales and Marketing, is really responsible for trafficking all of Sony's Spotify ads, communicating with our partners at Spotify on a daily basis, ensuring that our artists have premium playlist placement, and then also managing and curating Sony's internal playlist curation platform called Filter, which has nearly 1 million followers on Spotify, so a huge following. And then sales also encompasses digital media now. So TikTok is huge, Triller, and then of course always Instagram and YouTube. And then, looking ahead to what's next in music, what are, opportunities, business development opportunities, where can artists kind of merge with what's new and upcoming in culture in general. So kind of some focus points are VR and gaming, especially now with the pandemic and things being so virtual. VR is really blossoming. Smart speakers, Amazon Alexa, Google Home, that's huge for music right now, with everyone being home especially. And then also kind of prior to the pandemic, but still in-car entertainment is a huge forefront of music moving forward. So yeah, it's really just being about on top of trends, and then just being very organized, because things in music they're so disorganized. You need to be, very organized to deal with it and make sense of all of it. Especially as an administrative assistant, you'll be expected to be very organized and diligent, detail oriented, that type of stuff. But yeah, I don't want to go over my time, so I'll stop for questions. And then
Hi.
Yeah. Hi.
Awesome. So we have room for a quick two questions. So we actually see here in the comment section, somebody asked, what is the transition like from intern to administrative assistant? I'd assume because as intern, you're still, at Sony, you're still working, and it's a big responsibility, but even more when you become an administrative assistant. And sometimes they say administrative assistants are like the backbone of the office, or, things like that. So what was that like for you at a big at Sony?
Yeah, that's a really great question. There are pros and cons, coming in, especially in a work from home setting. I already knew the team, like I had met them all in person. So there was less of a learning curve in that sense. But in terms of, the shift between being an intern to being an assistant, an intern, it's kind of like once the day ends, you kind of turn off, kind of forget about your responsibilities until you work next. But, for when you're administrative assistant, you're kind of always supposed to be on, even though this was like my first full week working, it was like I was still like, putting in so many hours of like overtime, especially now it's so busy, and you're forced to just jump right in. And it's exciting, but it's also nerve-wracking. But yeah, so that's why I emphasize, being detail-oriented, having strong organizational skills, because that's really gonna be a foundation for you.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you for sharing. And then one last question, just so you could we can let you go here. What is one piece of advice? I know you mentioned how important networking is and how important being organized, but what is one piece of advice that you'd give to a student that's really pushing towards working in the digital media industry, other than what you've already shared?
Yeah, so I would actually echo the previous speaker in saying, keeping on top of trends. I know she mentioned some of the trade publications, like Billboard and Pitchfork, but also like more music business focused publications. Like Billboard is business focused as well, but also looking at Music Business Worldwide and Music Ally. They'll sometimes actually post jobs on there as well, but they'll really provide you with the nitty gritty of like the deals that are going on behind the scenes, like Spotify, forming a deal with Warner Music Group, or the kind of like business legal stuff going on. So that's really important, especially in like a more kind of businessy job like I'm in with sales. It's very like partner focused, working with Spotify and other external companies. So knowing what's going on with them as well is super interesting and super important. So yeah, just being aware of what's going on in and around music. So that includes digital media like TikTok, very music heavy, but also Instagram, Facebook, and then even like external companies like Fortnite or Oculus, like the VR goggles, like, so just kind of trying to identify opportunities within those spaces that may not be directly associated with music.
Yeah, definitely. Well, our time is up, but thank you so much for being with us, Adele. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Time, and it's so great to see someone again from so successful in an amazing company. So thank you for taking the time to be with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. So over on to our next segment here. Okay. All right. It's time for fun fact number 2. Did you know that Bad Bunny released 3 albums this year? Now, can we just say that he definitely made 2020 a little bit more enjoyable with his music? I mean, come on, he had a virtual concert. He even collaborated with Crocs, and I couldn't even get my hands on any of them. So, is there any Bad Bunny fans out there? Where are we at? Are we any Bad Bunny fans? No, I guess I'm the only one here. It's okay. It's fine. It's totally cool. All right. I'm going to pass this over, and we are going to transfer over onto our next performer.
Stuck inside this dream. Come on, wake up, you're starting to scream. Your mind is running from left to right. No, it isn't a pretty sight. Keep trying, you keep fighting. Keep saying one thing, don't wanna be something, but you get back to me. Come back to me. Why you playing all these games? It sorta seems like all this shame to me, but that couldn't be. Oh, I'm stuck inside the dream. Come on, wake up, you're starting to scream. It is a knife. Oh, this doesn't feel the same. Hide my pain, then mask it with my shame. Makes me insane. Hey, just listen to me. Don't know anything about me. Hey, just listen to me. Don't know what you're thinking. Talking about me. When you yell in your mouth, even know what you're speaking about. You don't know what you're talking about. Talking about me when you know nothing about me. Fighting for a fight, twisting my words for desires. But hey, just listen, I'm tired. Tired of all these lies. Thinking you're the higher. You wanna talk that? Get rid of it, I'm not up for that. Yeah. You don't know anything about me. So don't go around speaking about me. You don't wanna cause a scene, just wait and see. You got a girl now, yeah, mine and still be coming out your mouth, so tell me what that's all about. You're not even cute, it's just that my heart was broke. Just wanted a friend, you took that as a joke. Just wanted to choke me, don't even know me. Just wanted to do me, I said no. But you plead and plead, you just wanna please. Then get that over me. Don't act like you were ever under me. That's just your sick, twisted fantasy. Your twisted fantasy. And you were my nightmare, wish you'd never go there. So now I'm stuck in here pretending not to care. With all those lies you tell makes me wanna yell. Never wish you well, oh no. I hope the next trip you take is straight down the hell. Straight down the hell, at least go fall down the well. One day I might not be so nice, so please hold my knife. Wait, maybe one more slice. Karma's a and I'm cold as ice. My heart cold like ice. My heart cold like ice.
Thank you so much, Elisa. That was such a beautiful performance. Now it is time for some trivia and for an opportunity to win one of our prizes. This one is for our Facebook viewers out there, so listen closely. Let's see who will be the first person to answer this question. So in 2010, what song made a global impact? And I will give you guys a hint. It was a huge hit for the 2010 World Cup. Any guesses? What do you guys think? And if you guys still aren't sure about what I'm talking about, think of when your hips aren't lying. Any guesses out there? It looks like we got a winner. So congrats, Jason. The answer is Shakira, Waka Waka. Please be sure to email us at csufmusicindustryclub@gmail.com to get your prize. So now coming next, we have the one and only Sean Bolden from Zenobia Records.
Hello. Hello, am I coming in okay? Hello, Mike family. How are you today? I am coming in okay, right? Great. I am Sean Bolden of Zenobia Records, the CEO and founder of Zenobia Records. I first just let me say how awesome the Mike team is for everything you guys have been doing. I've been knowing Itzel for about 3 to 4 years now and have been connected with the CSF family ever since my first meeting with the Business Latino Association. And it's been a great connection ever since. I love the platform that your team has put together and what you guys are developing and building for up and coming artists out there. Uh, okay, so let's get to the slide um, that you guys see presented right there on your screen. First, let's talk about the Zenobia family. Once again, the Zenobia family we are an independent record label. Excuse me. And as an independent record label, and I've listened to all of the amazing presentations that everyone have given tonight. As an independent record label, we function different than major record labels. And I love that because when I founded the label, I started out in the industry myself at a very young age. Started singing. I'm from Louisiana and moved to California in 2009. But as an independent record label, our mission, especially here at Zenobia Records, is to provide an environment that supports the development and the growth of talent, artists, musicians, um, producers, engineers, anybody that's associated with anything that has to do with spreading the good news of music. What I love about being an independent record label is the fact that I get to work uh, in the community hands on myself. Yes, I am the CEO of the company as well. And I do have a team that you see right there on the screen. I have a brand ambassador, I have a studio manager, and I have creative director, along with my other staff members, but those are my top three. So as we go on to the next slide and we continue to talk more and more about the company, the foundation of Zenobia Records is built on faith, character, loyalty, honesty, and integrity. And those are my personal characteristics, personal foundational assignments that I built a label on. And that's what's helped me as I moved to California and throughout my career build the strong reputation that I have, in making Zenobia Records just a model ambassador and liaison and advocate for anyone's musical career out there. I take pride in all of those core values that uh, brings life to the environment, that helps us deliver great music to all the great minds and the energies that we connect with. So as we move on to the next slide and you read more about the company mission, and if this slide will be available to at a later time, I can send it to your leadership if anybody out there wants the slide, and they can read more into it, because I want to stay cognizant to the time that we have available. But when we talk about a business model of music, and especially in times like this that we are going through in the world, we talk about the global music industry itself and what it's worth. As you see on the screen, I mean, there's two ways of generating income in the music industry. It's either with live music, which is 50% of the total revenues that derives from what ticket sales, of course, inviting your people, your friends, family, and fans out. Recorded music is going to be the second stream of revenue, which a lot of the guest speakers tonight have spoke about, whether it's digital downloads, whether it's physical sales, synchronization, etc., that goes into what builds this business model of music. So when you think about that during this pandemic, as we transition to the next slide, and when you think about that, how do I do that, especially now when times of darkness? How do I continue to shed light on my music career? How do I continue to grow and stay relevant in this music industry? Continue to build your network. I've heard that so many times through the speakers that I've heard before me. They hit it right on the head. Build your network. Continue to stay in the loop. This is a time more so now for you to do that while you're at home, or while you scanning through social media. It's. I think someone said it a few minutes ago. Building a network is not about who you know, it's who knows you. Because you can know a lot of people in the industry, right? But guess what? That doesn't mean that they're going to do anything for you or help you. But it's the ones that know you that are willing to contribute to your craft and support you. That's one of the biggest opportunities that I would say in the industry right now is finding loyalty. Loyalty is very, once you find loyalty in any forms, whether it's fans, whether it's relationships, you hold on to those people and you hold on to them tight. So stay in the loop, build your network, get to know people. Also, know your competitive advantage. Take stock in your experience. How do you master your craft? How have you built your craft when it comes to making yourself stand out differently from what everyone else is offering? What is your niche? Also, collaborate. Collaboration is 36% of the artists reported that working on more collaborations during this lockdown, that they've done it more than ever before. 36% more. It's just like with streaming. You take streaming, the digital streaming over the past 6 years, it went from 9% to 47% in 6 years. So collaborate with those artists out there. Get to know those artists that are, even if it's outside of the music that you're doing, work with them. If they already have a following, whether it's on a streaming platform or if they have a fan base, build your connection with them, collaborate with them, reach out with them, step outside their comfort zone. Listen to everything you can, which is number four. And I am going a little fast because, like I said, I want to make sure we stay conscious of time, and I'll be open for questions at the end. Um, but listen to everything you can. When I say that, I mean music. It doesn't have to be the genre of music that you deliver. I mean, if you're rock, check out some pop music. If you're country, some people, artists tell me all the time, oh, I'm not familiar with country music. Well, guess what? Get familiar with it. Get familiar with country music. If you're in love with music and this is your craft, find every avenue to listen and step outside of your zone and listen to things that you don't normally listen to. And listen, not just listen to one version of it, listen to multiple versions, listen to different interpretations. You learn, you grow, and it helps you. This helps spark your creativity as well. Next, number five is going to be marketing. Marketing IQ is the key as well. And a lot of speakers before me touched on this as well. Market yourself. A lot of artists are self reliant, but they're still inexperienced, as I put in the slide, when it comes to marketing. There are a lot of platforms out there to marketing, but a lot of artists that I've noticed and that I've worked with they target only what they're comfortable with. Say for instance, Spotify for artists. Spotify for artists is great. It's a great marketing tool, but there's also other ones out there that are amazing as well. You have to keep these things in mind, especially when you're an artist without a label. And an artist named Benzer, who's going to be performing a little later on, I had to give him a shout out. He said it best. As much as he works in this industry, no artist is ever independent. So if you're an independent artist and you're calling yourself an independent artist, you're always going to have a support mechanism out there to help you. Whether it's a distributor, whether it's your friends, whether it's musicians, whether it's recording studios, whatever the platform is, you are never going to be truly independent as long as you have a support mechanism of some sort around you that's helping you get your music out there. You're an unsigned artist, but build your marketing tool. Okay, be persistent about it. Do the research, experiment. Okay, let's go to the next slide. And as I want to continue how to bring light to what some people would call the darkness during this pandemic. As an artist, guess what? You're an entrepreneur. You are a small entrepreneur as an artist. You have to have a side hustle like never before. Okay, in this industry, that's what it's going to take, especially during this pandemic. You have to have multiple streams of revenue, whether that's two streams of revenue, three, four, five, six, whatever it takes to continue to build that momentum in your career. Okay. And when I talk about that, there's a lot of things you can do. Publishing, okay, include publishing, teaching. If you are a musician, give classes, okay, session work on sponsorships, sell your sound packs, merchandise. With the pandemic, of course, Some people are skeptical as it relates to purchasing merchandise, but sell it online, have it shipped to them. During this pandemic, things that we once knew about the entertainment industry is going to be different. So that means we have to change with it because change is inevitable. So, and once again, you talk about a $50 billion industry. You take just within the past 6 months, the industry has lost $10 billion just in sponsorship itself. So, especially as an unsigned artist, you have to work avenues that are different. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to ask for help. This is the prime time to ask for help. Get out of that comfort zone, okay? Seek that advice. Do you have a mentor? And guess what? I love Mike, okay, because this is a great platform to do it. This is a great platform to perform. Shout out to all of the amazing artists that are performing tonight. I posted you guys in my story. I think all of you are great. I'm excited to hear everything that you have to deliver to us tonight through your music. But Music Industry Club, CSF, is great. It's a great platform. They're providing every tool that you need. Industry executives like myself that can give you advice, provide alumni that can give you advice on what they've experienced since they graduate. Use those to your advantage. Okay, don't be afraid to ask for help. Next, as we move into our next slide, what's in your toolbox? As you journey through this industry, make sure that you are connected spiritually, mentally, and physically to the boundaries that you have. You're going to run into a lot of people that don't support you. That's one of the hardest things to find, as I mentioned before, in this industry is loyalty. Okay, character and loyalty is what I pride myself to have around me and my circle. It's not about the money. I could go out there and get the best producers. I could go out there and get the best engineers. I can go out there and get the best people to work at Zenobia Records and bring in tons of money. But that's not why I do this. I do it because I'm in love with music. I do it because it's spiritual. I do it because I'm a believer, and this is my assignment to win souls and to through music. This is what I was born to do, and I'm connected with that. But if you don't share those same boundaries, spiritually, mentally, and physically, and you're not connected to your standards, what you want and what you expect, the standards that you expect for people to approach you. Okay, don't let anybody tell you you can't do something. Remove the negativity. Have those boundaries. Okay, don't feel like you have to keep people around you if they're not supporting your platform and what you're doing, or they tell you, oh, you have to change who you are to be a part of something. Believe in the possibilities, the probability, and the reality of it. Change. One of the biggest things, change is inevitable. I said it earlier. Okay, but the head, heart, and the hands is very important. Head, the heart, and the hands. Your way of thinking, your awareness, your understanding of what it is you're doing. The heart. Do you feel it? Do you desire it? Okay. Are you driven enough to have other people believe and get behind you? The hands, the capabilities in order to do it, the ability to do it, to act, the confidence. People will tell you all the time, hey, I can do this, I can do this, I will do this. But when it comes to delivering or executing, that's the biggest part. That's the biggest obstacle for people. And culture. Who's in your circle? What are their values? What are their beliefs? What are their norms of behavior? Are they what are their characters? Are they contributing, or are they someone that's just interested in what you're doing? You need people around you that's going to help push you. Okay. Thomas Edison said it best. So many people give up. I do a lot of reading, you guys. I read a lot of books, and if you guys follow my Instagram and social media, you'll see. But many life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. Don't give up. Like I said, stand on those mountain no's to get one yes, because that's all you need. And master your craft. Master it. Let's go to the next slide. So as we journey to the next slide, I got some great news. I'm so excited because Zenobia Records, as I mentioned before, not only as an independent label, it keeps me connected hands-on with the artist. working with them hands on, but also it keeps me connected in the community. Independent labels don't have large budgets. Our budgets come from either the pockets of the founder and CEO, or um, a lot of work in the community. And Humanitarians United in Giving is one of the organizations that I've been working with, along with many others. As you visit my website, and I have the website at the end of the slide, as you visit my website, you'll see that I'm involved with the Special Olympics. I'm involved with HUG. I'm involved with the American Cancer Society. I'm involved with St. Jude's Hospital, the In the Spirit. Uh, so many, so many nonprofit organizations. This one I'm excited about because I'm going to share something with Mike as well. Every year we do a Winter Wonderland. This organization is headed by Miss Deborah Anderson, who has definitely been a strong support mechanism in my life since I moved to California. This is her organization, and she invited Zenobia Records to be a part of it. And what she's doing this year, because of COVID-19, and we can't have Winter Wonderland where we actually provide artists, and you see all the people sitting in the background. Over 4,000 kids every year, toys are given away for Toys or Tots, whether they're bicycles, video games. I just put a few of the pictures of some of the toys there. Well, this year, because of COVID-19 and we can't put on a Winter Wonderland, what we're doing is I attached that PDF, and I'll send it to the staff. I'm inviting the Mike team. If you know any children that, or families, homes, to where they are not going to be able to provide any toys for those children, you let me know. I want to partner with the Mike team to say, hey, not only is this Humanitarians United in Giving and Zenobia Records, I got the permission of Ms. Deborah Anderson, who is the founder, and she said, yes, please share it when you speak to them tonight. Send them the form. Let us know if there are any children that needs toys, and we will provide them. Okay, so I'll tell you guys more about that, but I was so excited to share it with you. And no children, we don't want any children that we know of to not have a Christmas to where they open a gift. So I'm opening up this to the Mike team and the staff and the members, and to let us know, and definitely please include this in your Christmas for Toys for Tots. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, now I know you guys have seen all of the amazing digital animation on Zenobia Records site. Actually, I was so excited I made sure I got this digital art behind me. I said, you know what, I need to get a green screen because I need this to be my backdrop, because I need them to see what After Realm Creations does for Zenobia Records. When you see all this beautiful animation, which I'm very proud of, because Antonio Lyons is the founder of this company. He has done so much work. He has webisodes coming out. He's working in television. He just has so much going on right now. I wish I had the time to tell you guys more about it, but I wanted to put some of his art on there, and I also wanted to put some of the art that this is just a few of the photos that he's done, that he drew from hand for Zenobia Records. These are the resources that I have that I'm also providing to you guys at Mike to help build your platform as well. But I'm just so excited about this because if you look at the top, he even drew me with an afro, okay? Club Zenobia. And actually that was when I did I did the voiceover, and it was featured in Sally's and other hair care stores for this company called Silk Do Rags, and they asked Zenobia Records to use Zenobia's name and draw me as a little miniature worm with an afro. I was the MC, so it was actually awesome. And then you see in the middle, you see what I'm really proud of, which is actually behind me, and you see this version of it, is he drew this by hand to represent Zenobia Records, which was the first independent label to release a compilation mixtape or album with 12 artists that are not signed to the label and 21 songs. We're coming up on the anniversary this month, so I wanted to make sure I got that to you guys so you can see it. But this artwork is amazing, and it represents Queen Zenobia, which is what the name is. That's why the company name is Zenobia Records, because I was inspired by Septima Zenobia, who was a Queen warrior, and that's where the name comes from. And he drew this and it's just amazing. So I wanted to share. And then you see at the bottom, that's supposed to be me, young Miss Queen Zenobia for Zenobia Records Hot Playlist, and then over to the left you see his work. But I just wanted to share these are some of the people that has helped build the foundation of Zenobia Records, and I'm opening them up to Mike as well for anything that you need or any of your members. Let's go to the next slide. I want to wrap it up. I know I've gone past my 10 minutes, and I want to leave a little time for the Q&A. Okay. And yeah, actually, hey, last but not least, you can find us anywhere that says Zenobia Records. You can Google us, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere. Just type in Zenobia Records, and I'm on all platforms. Or if it's easier, just go to the website, Zenobia Records Group. At the bottom, the information is there. And I just want to thank on the next slide. I just want to once again thank all of you. On the next slide, I want to thank Itzel. Okay, you have been so wonderful following us on this journey, and just all of the wonderful leadership staff that's at the bottom that's in charge and made Mike possible. So thank you guys so much for having me. Sorry to take up so much time. Yes, one question. I see it in the notes right here. I see it in the notes. One question. What do we have?
No worries. No, thank you so much for that awesome presentation. That was awesome. This was so good. And like I mentioned, and can I just say that the speakers that we had are such powerful women. This is amazing to see so many successful women in our industry that are willing to come back and give their time. I mean, that's wonderful. So thank you so much for being here with us. Now, due to the time crunch, we only have time for one question. But my question for you was, if you could do everything that you've done so far all over again, what's one thing that you would do differently?
You know what? That's a great question. I am so proud of where I am now and the journey that has brought me here. I was in the military, and even in the military, I was like Elvis Presley. I was still singing to my troops, and I wouldn't change anything because my past is what made me who I am today. Every step that I have taken throughout my journey has been with purpose and with no regrets. I always knew that music was my life, even when I was in college, even like I said, when I was in the military, even as a woman of color in a multi-billion-dollar industry that's still male-driven, it gets challenging. It gets challenging, and I just want to be that inspiration of hope. I want to be that light. I want to be that positive energy that gravitates people to me, to be that mentor that they need. Or even if someone drops in my life for a moment, I want to be able to sprinkle some type of nugget on them that they can take and be that help them throughout their journey, and they can always look back on that seed that I planted and water, and it continues to grow along the way. So if I could change anything, nothing. I mean, I put all my emotions and all of my interaction into people, and I embrace their story. So I'm proud of my journey, and my journey has gotten me here with you guys, which is a blessing.
Absolutely. That's so powerful. And that is so inspiring to hear. That is amazing because I know a lot of the times, even as college students, we're going into this post-COVID world and it's so frightening. But just to remember the power of your purpose, right? You got to make sure that everything happens for a reason. And, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. And here we are. And I know in the comments, everybody was loving your vibes. Everybody was loving the passion and support from you. So can I just say thank you so much for that? You are so
All
powerful
right.
and so sweet. So thank you for that. These are things that, as Amanda here said, even though these, things are difficult at the moment, it's especially important to work hard during this time and feel empowered. So thank you so much for that. I want to
All
thank
right.
you for what you've given us, and thank you for the shout out to MIC. They have done such a wonderful job. This is only the second year of Music Industry Club, so here we are, and like you said, you're here with us for a reason. We're doing this for a reason, and we're glad to be here. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you. So, all right, everyone, it's time for our break. So feel free to get up and stretch and get readjusted, but don't go anywhere because our lip sync battle is going to be coming up during the break.
dimension. But I'm here right now, just sitting in a cloud. Oh wow, I'm here right now with you. Oh wow, oh wow. I don't even care. I'll run my hands through your hair. You wanna run your fingers through mine, but mine's too big and that's right. Hold on, wait a minute. Feel my heart's intention. Hold on, wait a minute. I left my consciousness in the sixth dimension. Left my soul in his vision. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. Some things don't work. Some things are bound to be. Some things they hurt. And they tear apart me. You left your diary at my house, and I read those pages. Do you really love me, baby? Some things don't work. Some things are bound to be. Some things they hurt. And they tear apart me. But I broke my word, and you were bound to see. And I cried at the curb where you first said, "Oh, Natika me." Hold on, wait a minute. Feel my heart's intention. Hold on, wait a minute. I left my consciousness in the sixth dimension. Left my soul in his vision. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. Some people like to live. Some just trying to get by. Some people like that hurt. Some just rather say goodbye. Bye. Hold on, wait a minute. Feel my heart's intention. Hold on, wait a minute. I left my consciousness in the sixth dimension. Left my soul in his vision. Let's go get it. Let's go get it.
$50 later, you the one I want. 100 bands later, you the one I want. $150 later, you the one I want. 200 bands, baby, you the one I want.
From the moment you was dancing in the party, pushing out on me, giving everything. Yeah,
you're giving everything tonight. And if you thought you could get away from me and get away from me, you just take your time. You're coming on with me tonight. Girl, I got a question for you. Can I get an answer? Yeah. Girl, I got a question for you. Can I get an answer? Yeah. Let me hold you, come caress my body. You got me going crazy. Turn me up. Baby, let me love you. Put your arms around me. You got me going crazy. Turn me up. Girl, I got a question for you. Can I get an answer?
You should let me love you. Let me be the one to give you everything you want and need. A baby, good love and protection. Make me your selection. Show you the way love's supposed to be. Listen, your true beauty's description looks so good that it hurts. You're a dime plus 99 and it's a shame. Don't even know what you're worth. Everywhere you go, they stop and stare, cause you're bad and it shows. From your head to your toes, out of control. Baby, you know what you want. Baby, you don't worry about what I do. I be coming home back to you every night, doing you right. You're the type of woman deserves good things. Just put it down.
Let me love you crazy. Tell me if you ready. Baby, come and get it. Try a new thing. And let's spark a new flame.
I can't believe you keep me all alone, baby girl. Where's your lover? Oh, it don't really matter, cause I got plans to get to know you better. Yeah. Baby, let's make what we got here last forever. Girl, cause I don't wanna let you go. Never. I don't know what you had planned to do tonight. Girl, I just wanna be the one to do you right. We're standing here looking at each other, baby, eye to eye.
Picture perfect, you don't need no filter. Gorgeous, make them drop dead, you a killer. Shower you with all my attention. Yeah, these are my only intentions. Stay in the kitchen cooking up, got your own bread. Heart full of equity, you're an asset. Make sure that you don't need no mentions. Yeah, these are my only intentions. Shout out to your mom and dad for making you. Staying in a vision, they did a great job raising you. When I create, you're my muse. And a smile that makes the news. Can't nobody throw shade on your name in the streets. Triple threat, you a boss, you a bank, you a beast. You make it easy to choose. You got a mean touch, you can't refuse. No, I can't refuse.
I said certified free, 7 days a week. Wet and gushy, make that pull-out game weak. Everything you got for this wet and gushy. Beat it up, baby, catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this cookie right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I wanna ride. I do a giggle, I'm kinda wild. Look at my mouth, look at my thighs. Water is wet, come
Thank you, everyone. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. You're enjoying your break. Right now, we're getting ready for our next set by our very own Professor Amani. And so take another 5-minute break, enjoy yourselves, and we're going to be back soon. Thank you.
Check 1, 2. You want me to start? I can start. What's up, everyone? How we doing? I'm Professor Roberts, also known as Amani Experience. Play some tunes for you real quick. Then I think we're going to chat. Hope you like my background. It's Manhattan Beach, near where I live.
How you doing, young lady? The feeling that you're giving really drives me crazy. You don't have a play about the choke. I was at a loss for words first time that we spoke.
You're looking for a girl that'll treat you right. You're looking for in the daytime with the light.
You might be the type if I play my cards right. I'll find out by the end of the night.
You expect me to just let you hit it, but will you still respect me if you get it?
All I can do is try, give me one chance. What's the problem? I don't see the ring on your hand. I'll be the first to admit I'm curious about you. You seem so innocent.
You wanna get in my world, get lost in it. Boy, I'm tired of running. Let's walk for a minute.
Promiscuous girl, whatever you are, I'm all alone, and it's you that I want.
Promiscuous boy, you already know that I'm all yours. What you waiting for?
Promiscuous girl, you teasing me. You know what I want, and I got what you need.
Promiscuous boy, let's get to the point, 'cause we on a roll. You ready? Roses are red, so
jogging every morning. And she make me breakfast almost every morning. And she take a nigga pic before she leave the door. I be waking up the pics before on it. And every weekend,
You
my
funny,
shorty
Itzel.
coming over. Shorty could Fendi out, but she like Fashion Nova. She ain't driving no Camry, she pulling in a Rover. With her hair so curly, I like she said, what you know about love? I tell you everything. I got what you need. Woke up in the store and get what you want. You get what you please. We bout to get it on. Take off them drawers. It's just you and me. You know what I be on. I'm about to go raw. Cause I like what I see. Look, baby, I said I ain't gon' front. You got my heart beating so fast in words I can't pronounce. And I be getting the chills every time I feel your touch. I be looking at the top and girl, it's only us. All I need is a choice. And girl, I told you once, don't make me tell you twice. I know you see this print through my pants that I know you like. And yeah, you looking so fat when it be in them tights. And I'm going straight to the top, so you ain't afraid of heights. You always keep me right, for a fact you never left. Through all the trials and tribulations, always had my best. So here's 5,500, go and get you. Stop rubbing on your butt, stop kissing on your neck. Hey, batter, hey, batter. No, I had to swing, I had to make a play. I had to apply the pressure, cause you my hidden treasure.
Yo, Herb, take it from the top. 1, 2. Yo, Herb, take it from the top. 1, 2. Yo, Herb, take it from the top. 1. Yo, Herb, take it from Herb, take it from the Herb, take it from the top. Herb, take it from the top. 1, 2. My mic sound nice, check 1. My mic sound nice, check 2. My mic sound nice, check 3. Are you ready to rock, y'all? Until the beat, y'all. I keep on and you don't stop.
All right, you all. Thank you very much for having me. It's time for me to welcome to the stage Benzer, one of my former students. Amazing individual. I think he's about to bless us with a cool performance. So thank y'all very much for allowing me to perform real quick. And I believe Benzer is coming right now. Make sure y'all stay.
Hey guys, it's Benzer and Joshua Tree, just here for a little performance for Music Industry Club. Hope you guys like it. This is one of my old songs called What's the Plan off my first EP. Here we go.
What's the plan? And baby, we'll go out and you'll be wearing your Vans while I'll be wearing my Nike. Unexplainable that a woman like you got a beauty unattainable. Let me tell you this much, a lot of people out there long to be loved, so I'm driving around just thinking about the sky above, saying God, thank you for this love you give me. Yes, girl, I'll get you anything in this world, like some pearls, a necklace, a diamond ring. I want you to never have to spend a thing, and when I look into your eyes, I know I see it. I just wanna be right by your side, so let's throw it back, put some mic on the track, 'cause you always know that I'm rocking with you.
Thank you.
Wait, do y'all know him? I feel like I know him. That was good. That was really good. Thank you, Benzer. Now our next speaker you know from his past set, but first, then there's nothing better than having some fun music facts up your sleeve. So, did you know that Ed Sheeran? Oh, let's do this one instead. Did you know that on July 9th, 2017, Daddy Yankee became the first Latin artist to reach Spotify's #1 spot? Now, for me as a Latina, that is a very proud moment and a huge milestone in music history. So that's amazing. If you guys have your favorite Latin artist, go ahead and drop it in the chat. We can maybe share it, talk about it later. But for now, we're going to move on and we're gonna welcome back DJ Amro or Amani Roberts. So here we have it.
What's up? How we doing? So I guess I'll talk for a little while, Itzel, and then you'll kind of come on and ask questions, right? That's how we'll do it?
Yes.
Awesome. So Professor Roberts, my real name is Amani Roberts, also known as DJ Amro. I've been a DJ for 13, almost 14 years. I've DJed all over the world. You know, LA, Washington, D.C., Chicago, Brazil, Vegas, San Diego, like Canada, Toronto, Canada, all over. Initially, when I wanted to start DJing, hope you like my background, Manhattan Beach with a little Fresh Prince right there. I have a green screen too. It's so cool. Anyways, so when I first decided I wanted to be a DJ, I was just like many of you. I was a senior in college. I went to Howard University in Washington, D.C. I went and saw Biz Markie at this club. Now, Biz Markie's been really sick. Y'all probably know him from Yo Gabba Gabba. He's got this song, Just a Friend. I saw him. DJ was amazing. Hope he gets better because he's in the hospital. He's been in the hospital for a long time. And I decided I wanted to be a DJ. But I was a School of Business major. My major was hospitality management with a concentration in finance. I thought I was going to work in hotels for the rest of my life, but I knew that I wanted to DJ, but I didn't have the courage to go for it. I didn't feel that DJing was a real career. That was my mistake. I was very wrong. So I worked for Marriott Hotels for over 20 years. I lived in D.C., Atlanta, Chicago, Dallas, Miami, and then went back to D.C. and then came out here to L.A. When I got out here to L.A., I decided to go for DJing, so I taught myself. Then I went to Scratch Academy. And I went through a whole process there, took it twice, went through the academy twice, once for DJing and then once for music production. So I produced music as well. And I finished Scratch Academy in 2013, so it's over 7 years ago. And so it's taking me this long to like really build up. I DJ at clubs all over, private events, weddings, corporate events, bars, lounges. I've done it all. I teach people how to DJ. And we fast forward to this year, and this year was set up to be my biggest year ever. I had gigs in overseas in like London. I was working on a gig in Australia. I was supposed to DJ at South by Southwest. I was supposed to do stuff in Mexico. It was going to be my best year ever. But we know what happened in March. Like in March, what happened was that I lost all my gigs. From March to the rest of the year, all my business went away. So I had to pivot. I hate that word pivot, but I had to shift. And so what happened is that I'm not sure if you all know about Twitch or have been on Twitch before. Maybe put a 1 in the chat. We'll see who's been on Twitch before. Put a 1 in the chat and see. The name of the academy is Scratch Academy, Scratch DJ Academy. It's in LA, Chicago, New York. Jam Master Jay started it, and then he was murdered 6 months later, but it's still going on. And in March, April, I have a podcast. So I will start to broadcast my podcast live stream on Twitch. And then I started DJing 1 day a week on Twitch. Then I got up to 2 days a week. And as I teach in my class, I teach BU 8360 in the School of Business, but anyone can take the class. You just have to get signed in. We talk about Twitch, but I never really used Twitch. But I knew that there was a lot of money that you can make in Twitch. So what I did was I started to DJ more often in Twitch. And then you're thinking like late July, early August, August 4th, I started. I would DJ every day for 54 days in a row on Twitch. So when that happened, that showed me the power of Twitch. You made some good money, grew my following, and now I'm to a point where I get a good, decent size following each time I stream. I stream 5 days a week. I was just streaming from 5 to 7 before I came here, and people just come and roll, and I'm trying to grow, and it's helping me earn a little bit of the money I lost from not having any gigs. So I love Twitch. Also, about 2 years ago, I started writing a book. Where's the book? The book is right here. So I wrote this book. It's called DJs Mean Business. It takes you through the time slots of a DJ set from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m., and it relates it to growing a business. So, for example, 10 a.m., the gig is just starting. You're getting to know your clients. I'm getting to know who's here on the dance floor and trying to build rapport with them so they stay. We fast forward to like 11 o'clock, troubleshooting, which I'm going through right now. Something always goes wrong in the DJ booth. Right here, you'll see that I have, hold on. Let's see here. I hit a button by mistake. That's part of the thing I have. Like, I have all sorts of gear and gadget around me to do my show streaming. Like you see, something goes wrong, so you always have to know how to troubleshoot and do that. And then you get to 12 o'clock prime time, you play the hits, keep people on the dance floor. Same thing in business. How do you play, keep the business coming in? So that's what the book is. It takes you through all that. And I released that April 14th of this year in the middle of the pandemic. And so I had a book launch. I had 3 Cal State Fullerton students, including Benzer. Benzer sang at my book launch virtually. It was amazing. It was cool. So that's a little bit about what I do. DJing, I'm still trying to grow the DJ career, but it's different now. If I'm being honest with you, I'm really kind of scared about my DJ business because I don't know when events are going to come back like they used to. And I don't know if people are going to continue to have the budgets to pay for a DJ. I know that DJing is really important. You need music to move the events along to keep it going, but other people view it as a luxury. So I'm really trying to figure out how to best convince people continuously to keep the DJ at the event. So that's a little bit about me. If you have questions for me, you can put in the chat. I know that Itzel's coming back. I know that Brandon started and I started the Music Industry Club. It's almost 2 years ago now. And I just have to say that the progress that the Music Industry Club has made from the time we started it, because it was Brandon, Itzel, Karen, they're all here, to now has been tremendous. Like, we're doing a lot of the things that we're doing as a club. It takes other clubs 5, 6, 7 years to do. And so I just wanted to say, I'm really proud to be the advisor. I love it. I'll always make time for you all. And I think that just as you all and we learn from the speakers that come in and talk to us, like I learn from you all too. So it's fun for me. So I just want to say that. I see Itzel back now, so we can chat for a minute. We got a little time. So what's up?
Hey, thank you. And yes, Mike couldn't have done it without Amani, by the way, just so you guys all know. He helped us. He was our catalyst along with Brandon. So thank you. You're a producer, podcaster, author, you DJ. I just had one question from your podcast, actually, if that's okay.
Of course.
What made you start a podcast? And if there's anybody interested in podcasting, do you have any advice for that? Because I know a lot of students are going through that too. I mean, we're all stuck at home, so it's a good resource to go to.
So I started a podcast because I wanted to be known as like a subject matter expert in like the creative space. I want to be known as more than just a DJ. I want to be known as a thought leader in the creative space. So starting a podcast allows me to show off my production skills with the pre and post of that. It allows me to interview people that are experts in their field and learn from them. And it allows me to create some consistent content that I can release on a regular basis. So for example, we just released episode 169, right? I think it's 169 on Tuesday or Monday, November 30th. And so that's a lot of content, but I've been able to meet people as well. I always view podcasting, especially if you do an interview show, as like a really intimate way to network, and it's kind of like the new way of networking. And that's why I started it. That's also why I wrote the book. But if anyone wants to kind of start a podcast, you can reach out to me. I say keep it simple at first. Just try to find like a good microphone and just record and start. Most people get stuck on starting the podcast. They never start. The average podcast lasts 7 episodes. So if you can start and get to 10, you're doing much better than the average as well. So I'll say that. I see someone said Twitch is kind of complex. Marissa says this. It is absolutely complex. It is not easy, but you can figure it out. Like you see, I have all the backgrounds here. I can put on videos and stuff, but I've been doing it since March, April, so it's taken me 7 months to do it. But the key is that I started it. So if you have any questions about Twitch, reach out to me. Follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Amani Experience. Tomorrow, I think I have a set at 1 p.m. Pacific, but you have questions, like it's a really good place. If you want to do an interview show, you could do it on Twitch and stream it. I think it's really cool, and I highly recommend going for it because there's a lot going there, especially if you're in music. One of the hidden benefits about Twitch, if you're in music, is that a lot of musicians are using it to live stream some shows, do listening parties, Q&A. So you can see some of your favorite musicians on there as well that will really, get you some insider access.
Yeah, I've been seeing that a lot. All these artists are using Twitch now. It's definitely something that's coming up. So thank you.
Sure.
And thank you for offering help for the students, because I think that's a great way to get started.
Yeah, absolutely.
When writing your book, I know songwriters in the past panels, they've had questions about writer's block because it comes up a lot. Did you encounter that it's the whole book, and how did you tackle that?
Yes, I had writer's block 2 times. I had it when I was trying to finish. I started writing the book in August of 2018, and 2 weeks later, I started teaching and working at Cal State Fullerton. So you get to a point where you just kind of keep procrastinating because it's really hard to get through the hard parts. You can write the easy parts, but you have to write the hard parts of the book, and that's tough. So dedicating a specific time of the day or week to always write, whether you write 10 words or 1,000 words, really helped. Going to like a park with your computer or whatever you're writing on and changing your environment, going to a coffee shop where there's people around that you can write, get up was really helpful as well. The second time that I had writer's block is when I sent it to get edits, because I work with this outside company and I sent it to get edits, and my editor was amazing. She hurt my feelings though. She tore the book up. Like she said, you can't have this. You need to write using all 5 senses. And so it took me, when I got back the edits, middle of May 2019, it took me until the 4th of July 2019 to finish it because my feelings were hurt and I had a writer's block. But eventually I think I went on vacation to the Dominican Republic, and I was able to finish it when I was on vacation because I changed my surroundings. I had nothing going on but writing the book. So what I've learned with writer's block is there's this book out called Bird by Bird, which applies to songwriting and writing regular by Anne Lamott. And you just have to take it one word almost at a time, one bird at a time. She referenced a story about her brother. But that helped me with writer's block. You still get it, but dedicating time, changing your surroundings, and just giving yourself some grace helps me.
Thank you. Thank you for that advice. And you guys should all go check out his book, by the way.
Yes.
Thank you for talking with us, Professor. Now we're going to go into Charisse, our next performer. But before we do that, here's a little bit of Tom Holland.
Hi everybody, my name is Charisse Michelle, and I'm going to be performing an acoustical version of my song Honey for the first time. Open up the window, the air feels nice. Tired of the fight and we need sunlight. You know that I love you. I just need a chance to treat you right. I want you by my side. I love you. I just need a chance to make said this last time, but babe, I've changed now. You see me on my worst night, so will I go now? You know that I love you, just need a chance to treat you right. Want you by my side. I love you, just need a chance to make things right. See now, baby, I'm making progress, getting over the pain of my past. It's hard, I'm old, but still I'm doing it 'cause I love you and I wanna make things right. You know that I know that you know that I love you. I just need a chance to treat you right. Want you by my side. Oh, you know that I wanna treat you right, and I want you by my side. I just need a chance to treat you
Thank you, everybody. Please follow me on Instagram, Daily Sharice, and then on Spotify, Sharice Michelle, and all other platforms. Okay, thank you.
Sorry, guys, I'm kind of a little speechless right now. That was so good. And sorry to do that to you guys, but here's another very beautiful set from Liv Megan. And thank you, Sharice.
You give me shade on sunny days. You push my wings when it stops. Please, can you listen? 1, 2, 3, 4. We are too young to be too old. We are too close to be too far. If I ask, can you drive to me in your little red car? to be too old. We are too close to be too far. If I ask, can you drive to me in your little red car?
Thank you, Liv. That was amazing. Now, before we go into our next performer, here's another short game of Guess the Artist and Song. So have at it. Let's see what you got. Once it starts playing.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Baby, I just don't get it. Do you enjoy being hurt? I know you smell the perfume, the makeup on his shirt. You don't believe his stories. You know that there are lies. Bad as you are, you stick around, and I just don't know why. If I was your man, baby, you never worry about what I do. I be coming home back to you every night, doing you right. You're the type of woman deserve good fame. Fistful of diamonds, a handful of rain. Baby, you're a star. I just wanna show you you are. You should let me love.
Okay. Yes, you guys know your stuff. And now we're gonna go into Sarah's performance, so enjoy.
Hey everyone, my name is Sarah Gross. I'm a singer-songwriter from Long Island, New York, and I go to school at Syracuse University. This next song is called The Other Side. I actually wrote it based on that 70s show, and it's going to be on my upcoming album, which is coming out next week, December 11th. So if you want to stay tuned with that, follow my Instagram at Sarah Gross Music, and yeah, I hope you guys like this song. Cut off my hair off, I might have done that one too many times. Hey, go long, I think I'm finally ready. Oh, I want it all, and if it gets too heavy, don't let go, let go, let go, let go, just because you know I'm in pain. So hey, go long, I'll catch you on the other side of my doubts. I just need to see you. Hey, go long. I think I'm finally ready. Oh, I want it all. And if it gets too heavy, don't let go, let go, let go, let go. Just because you know I'm in pain. So hey, go long. I'll catch you on the other side of my doubt. Are
Thank you, Sarah. I agree with you, Amanda. I'm for sure adding her to my playlist. Now we're gonna switch up the genre a little bit. So give it up for Silas.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you gon' have to learn to give me my respect. How about flex? You gon' have to run my check. It's in my blood, I can't help that I finesse. Say he won't go, he won't win. Okay, bet, 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 bet. Say he won't win. Okay, bet, 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 bet. Okay. Bet it up. I need my money, your time is up. Thought I was slipping when I was just dripping and whipping and cooking up peace in the kitchen. They don't see the vision. Every day, I'm in the kitchen. No, I don't play, so no, that's when I play. Ain't no more wishing, we praying, we get it, you get it. Oh God, like the Lord, and the fat, let's see how right. Single hook, now they going back. That was then, okay, now I'm focused. King Louis with the flow. It's a jungle booking me for any kind of show. Yeah, for the bread I go animal, peace I go animal. Test me, don't test me, I split up your cantaloupe. Woo. This is way too easy. Somebody just don't believe me. Now this is a flex. What I gotta do to show you niggas I'm the best. Running through your city on the plug. Upside really show me love. Singing the spiritual rap is a miracle. Doubt me, you doubt me. I hope that you willing to. Bet you gon' have to learn to give me my respect. How about flex? You gon' have to run my check. It's in my blood, I can't help that I finesse. Say he won't go, he won't win. Okay, bet, 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 bet. Say he won't win. Okay, bet, 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 bet. Okay. Drippy from my wrist, neck, mud, dirt, disrespect. We been through it. Oh my God, chosen, bless the squad, blood, diamonds on my neck, mud, dirt, disrespect. We been through it. Oh my God, chosen, bless the squad. Man, you gon' have to learn to give me my respect. Yeah, have to run my check. Yeah, help that I finesse. Okay, yeah. Bet it up, bet it up, yeah. Bet it up, yeah. Bet it up, yeah. Bet it up, yeah.
Give it up for Silas, everyone. That was such an epic performance. And now, our last trivia question and your last chance to win a prize tonight. This time, it is for our YouTube viewers. So be ready. So, did you guys know how old Canadian-born Avril Lavigne was when she signed her first recording contract? Remember, the first one to comment the correct answer wins. And in case you guys didn't know, she signed her contract during a trip to New York after impressing the legendary music executive L.A. Reid. So, does anyone have any guesses? Does anyone listen to Avril Lavigne? Come on, she is iconic. And we have our winner. Yes, Avril Lavigne was only 16 years old when she was first signed. So to our winner, please be sure to email us at csufmusicindustryclub@gmail.com to get your prize. And also for those who RSVP to Digital Fest, our opportunity drawing winner will be contacted during the weekend. And now I will pass it on to Itzel to let you guys know who will be the last performer of the night.
Thank you, Karen, and thank you to everyone here. I really hope you enjoyed tonight and found some new additions for your 2021 Spotify Wrapped or Apple Music replay. We don't discriminate here. I'm still on Apple Music. To close out our show, here is Every Other Year with a rad 30-minute set. Thank you, and we'll see you next semester.
Don't push me down, ending our words in silence now. Am I just a dead soul crying alone? Stop this game you were playing to me, yeah. Tell me that you love me, tell me that you'll stay. Show me I should never be afraid of yesterday. Tell me I'm the good one, right all of my wrongs. Fly away, don't say that you are never coming home. Fly away, don't say that you are never coming home. Is anybody broken? Is anybody fixing you? 'Cause everybody's leaving. Everybody's leaving you. Stop me from believing that he's turning around for you. Let me be your cure. So tell me that you love me. Tell me that you'll stay. Show me I should never be afraid of yesterday. Tell me I'm the good one, right all of my wrongs. Fly away, don't say that you are never coming home. Tell me that you love me. Tell me that you love me, that you'll stay. Show me I should never be afraid of yesterday. Never be afraid. Tell me I'm the good one, right all of my. Fly away, don't say that you are never coming home. Never coming home. Is anybody fixing you?
Hmm?
Hello.
Oh, now we can hear you. There we go.
sick.
Matthew Arsenal, everybody.
Hey guys.
All right. I think it is that time. Oh, Matt's got to sneeze. Bless you. Everyone hold it. Matt has to
Now we don't have to
sneeze.
sneeze anymore.
Can we play these people some tunes then, Matthew? Or would you like to talk about your nostrils some more? Is that a yes?
I think we're good. Awesome. They're in.
All right, everybody.
MIC Club.
Hello, MIC Club.
We're out there.
Thanks for tuning in. All right. Everybody just sit back, relax, enjoy the tunes.
If you know any of them, sing
If
along.
you know 'em, yeah. Whenever you're ready, Boo Boo Bear.
Clown's ready.
Yep.
This is the story of a boy and a girl. They both thought that they would rule the world. So she did, but then she just turned around and stabbed his back. He couldn't even defend the attack. So he wrote this song for her. She gets in your head, she rips out your eye. You should have seen this right from the start. You tried, she lied. Why did she throw it away? I have all these memories, yeah, but you and me. Why did it wrong? Did this mean anything to you? Or hell of a lot to me? Or are you like this with everyone? All of this was way too easy. The distance is killing me, the stars breaks my heart. The distance is killing me, the stars break my heart. So what I need now is to make this pain go away. She gets in your head, she touch your eye. You should have seen this right from the start. You tried, she lied. But why did she throw it away? I have all these memories of both you and me. Why did it be? She rips out your heart. You should have seen this right from the start. You tried, she lied. Why did she throw it away? I have all these memories, yeah, both you and me. Right where they belong. Right where they belong. She gets in your head, she rips out your heart. You should have seen this right from the start. You tried, she lied. Why did she throw it away? I have all these memories, yeah, both you and me. Right where they belong. Right where they belong. Right where they belong. Right where they belong. Right
It's hurting. I had a rib injury recently. So that hurt. But don't worry, we still got plenty for you. How's everybody doing? How was everybody's Thanksgiving? Did anyone say anything that deserves response? I'm just kidding. We love you all. Hello. Oh, thanks, Larissa Santos. Thank you for the clapping. All right, what do we got next for him, Mikey? Ooh, this is a new release. Matt, what's this next song? You tell him.
We're just gonna start it.
Oh, we're not even gonna tell you.
No, it's a surprise.
It's a surprise. Let me get some Wawa during this technical time.
Oh, is there issues?
Well, there's not issues, but hold on. Everyone listening at home, tell me what this sounds like.
Oh my gosh.
Is that fun?
It's the Reba.
Is that fun for your
Reba.
ears? Hi, Reba.
Reba's here.
Reba loves a surprise. All right, everyone at home, tell me what this sounds like.
Reba said it sounds like SeaWorld.
SeaWorld, that's a good one. All right, is it time to jam?
I love you some jam.
Oh.
You ready?
I think. Are we ready?
What the?
Hold on. There's an animal in here. I think we're dealing with that. All right, everybody. Like we said, hope you. What did that person just say?
Seattle.
Seattle in the house. Hi, Seattle.
Whoa.
What did that second person say?
Pete Lindsay. Bong.
Bong. Who's Pete Lindsay? All right. Well, I think we're good to go, Matt. So let's get it going.
Know your heartache is temporary. I can't speak, 'cause when I do it buries me. So don't you run away, run away, run away, like the rain running down your window pane. I feel waking up, this can't be real. So if you go, there's only one thing you show. Judging by the look in your eyes, know that nothing lasts forever. Don't think of wondering if I change. Will it be okay somehow? You thought we really had it tonight. I've been under the weather. Lost it to try to be as we made. Now we think it's all about. I was never really good at goodbye. Oh, 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 na, na, na. Oh, 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 na, na, na. Marry me, lead me down to the cemetery gates. Here lies a broken promise, it's too late to drop from my eyes. Let me go dead tonight. Judging by the look in your eyes, know that nothing lasts forever. Don't think of wondering if I had changed. Will it be okay somehow? You know we really had it tonight. I've been under the weather. Lost thinking higher on the maps we made. Then we think it's up and down. I was never really good at goodbye. We've come too far to let this go. Put broken silence on the phone. I was never really good at goodbye. I was never really good at goodbye. Na na na.
Thank you all.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna take a swig of water. What are we queuing up next for him, Michael? I already know. You don't have to tell me twice. Oh yeah. How's everybody? What was everybody's favorite thing they ate on Thanksgiving? Leave it in the comments. And then Michael is gonna write a quick 10-second song about it.
Oh.
On the spot. So write what
oh.
your favorite thing you ate was. And Michael agreed before.
Oh, did I?
That he'll sing a song. So that'll be after this one.
Well.
But in the meantime, we're gonna play. What did she say?
We'll see. We'll.
Wonderful. See, they love it.
We'll see if Jordan forgets.
They
that
can't
part
wait.
of
Oh,
this.
I remember everything. So. Are you hoping they make you sing about pumpkin pie?
That's what I'm saying. Buttery pumpkin pie.
Watching the big screen on Teddy's. Thank you. Sweet. Eggnog. Michael loves eggnog.
Eggnog.
So we'll see what happens.
Never change, slow to pretend your life's not different. Yeah, I need to find some peace. I might feels like I'm running out of time. So sorry, that holds me down. Somebody, I feel like I'm outside of town. Is there a way out? Are you a way out now? Another day, another year. It's not the same without you here. Even after it's said and done, it's said and done. Just take me back to when we were young. Another lesson learned. The turning point of view of the pictures that we burned that we should have held on to. We keep searching for tomorrow, but we get to live today. Taking all of it for granted until it falls away. It falls until it falls away. It falls. Another day, another year. It's not the same without you here. Even after it's said and done, it's said and done. Just take us back to when we were young. When the sunset fades to gray, and I know nothing gold can stay. Even after it's said and done, it's said and done. Just take us back to when we were young. Oh, what you feeling? We're running out of time. Put something up into mine. Another day. It's not the same without you here. After you said it's time. Oh, just take us back to when we were young. Another day, another year. It's not the same without you here. Even after it's said and done, just take us back to when we were young. When the sunset fades today, time and nothing could be said. Even after it's said and done, just take us back to when we were young. Woo!
It's hot, friend.
Oh, well, I don't even know if we should tell you. Matt's giggling. Matt, what do you think?
I mean, hey, it's pretty exclusive. I mean, look,
Yeah.
So-
it's the inside scoop.
It's unreleased. There you
All right,
go.
it's unreleased. There you go.
But
Keep your ears open.
it starts with an F.
It's true. It starts with
That's
an
a big
F.
hint. F. That could be a lot of things. You hated the virus. I think you owe them a song about eggnog, Michael.
All right.
Or pumpkin pie, you choose. Do you guys want to hear about eggnog or pumpkin pie? Oh yeah. All right, I think pumpkin pie. Pumpkin Pie by Michael Sykes, everybody.
Oh, pumpkin pie, won't you be here for me? 'Cause I don't wanna leave without you tasting mine. And give me some of that eggnog, 'cause I don't need that being tired. And I'm not gonna think of any more words, 'cause that's why. Give me that eggnog, give me that eggnog, give me that eggnog.
Well, that was the weirdest thing we've ever done.
Happy Thanksgiving. What's the next song? Yeah, that was just, if anyone's wondering, that was completely on the spot.
Literally, like, just, yeah.
If you like what you heard,
We probably can't do that again.
you better remember it.
Yeah, we won't be able to do that again.
All right, what do we got for him next?
We got a cover.
A little cover for that.
Oh, a cover.
I want to hear you guys singing through the internet.
Yeah, just
The
figure it
technological
out.
cup phones.
Cup phone.
So we were talking about earlier. So obviously this is a live stream concert. So me, Dylan, and Michael are all in one room, and Matt's in another room. And so we're talking to him through this computer as well. And we were saying it's like cup phones. So if you're at home, cup phones are fun. That's the end of my rant about cup phones. This next song's a cover.
Well,
We
shall
hope
we
you
start
like
the
it.
next song?
Stab myself.
Well, no one cares. Not the song.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I'll kiss it later. Yeah.
Another hand hangs slowly, child is slowly taken. And goodbye ends 'cause such silence, who must you mistaken? Can't you see, it's not me, it's not my family. In your head and your head, still fighting with the tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they're still fighting. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. But my heart is breaking, heart is taking over. The violence comes such silence. Who must we mistaken? Yeah. It's the same old thing since 1916 in your head and your head is still fighting. Tanks and the bombs and the bombs and the guns in your head, we're still fighting. What's in your head? In your head, someday. What's in your head? In your head, someday, someday. Turn out again, everybody. It's the same old thing, yeah, since 1916. What's in your head? It's gonna take a lot to turn me away from you. There's nothing that I could ever do. Love is a rage down in Africa. Time to do the things we never had. It's gonna take a lot to get me away from you. There's nothing that no more could ever do. Your place a rage down in Africa. God bless the rain down in Africa. God bless the rain. God bless the rain down in Africa. Gonna take some time and do the things we never had. Oh.
Need some water after that one.
In your head, the Cranberries. Thank you very much.
We love all of you.
Thank you. Why don't you tell them about the next song?
So while I'm tuning, this next song is pretty cool because we just released it not too long ago. And it's actually called Ghosts. So if you guys know it, we'd love if you all sing along.
Don't wait for the ghost to come to take you down from the top. I know it's hard, but you'll make it. Don't you forget about the memories that you shared in the underground, all around, all around.
Beyond the shadow, I offered you my hand. You let me hang on. These words I can't let go. It's pretty late, you're almost there. I swear. So walk away from me, and I can see you walking alone. Talk all you want about me, and I can see you live on the road. As we fight these troubled days, you never fail to turn away. Walk away from me, and I can see you walking alone. Please take my hand. Smith life crisis won't let you understand the place that you're in now. And now it's time. Turn your shoulder against the clock that's pushing you back. So walk away from me, and I can see you walking alone. Talk all you want about me, and I can see you live on the road. And now we fight these troubled days, you never fail to turn away. So walk away from me, and I can see you walking alone. Michael, start. If you're at home, put your hands together. I better see all of you putting your hands together. So walk away from me, and I can see you walking alone. Talk all you want about me, and I can see you live on the phone. And I'll be fighting these troubled days, you never fail to turn away. Walk away from me, and I can see you walking alone. Walking alone. Walking
Dope guitar solo. Oh, thank you.
Where's the booze, they say? Where's them booze, Michael?
Well, driving home, so I can't.
Thank you, MIC, if you're still here. Thank you for having us.
So
We really
much.
appreciate you. Also, big shout out to A Page Unturned also for having this,
Hell
setting this whole thing up. You can't really see the behind the scenes, but there's a whole lot going on in this room that they all set up, and we sat here and just did nothing. So big shout out to A Page Unturned for having us and
Thank
letting
you
us
guys so much.
hang out and jam. So thank you guys. Be sure they're playing right after we do. So if you're
Stay
here
tuned.
now, stick around because they're gonna play some sweet jams. We got to hear it
Sweet.
before all of you did, and they were sweet.
It was real sweet.
All right, I think it's that time.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, everybody, it is that time now where we have our final song. That's what normally happens when we're live, but none of you are here to whine and cry. So we
You
know,
can still cry if you want.
but stick around. We'll do another live stream soon to the Page on Turn, I'm sure, because they're our best friends now. But so this is gonna be our last song. We hope you've enjoyed our set. Thank you so much for coming.
Hope we get to see you guys in person next
Yeah,
time.
shout out to Yoshi and
Yeah,
Damon
Yoshi and Damon.
of A Page on Turn. They're geniuses. All right, if you know the song, you better be breaking stuff at your house and sending us videos while we play it. We want best video of someone breaking something in their house to this song gets a free t-shirt. So this next one's an original. Here we go.
Just set me free, taking shadows off of me. You want it right now, do I? But you have to tell me. The waves are rising, and the storm will be here soon. Drowning in all of my thoughts, memories of you. Just let her go, she can't escape this night. What did you feel like when he said that he would never let you down? Just take my hand, I'll pull you out of the ground. When the midnight sound enough to believe that you've ever felt. I can see it in your eyes, I can see through his disguise. Something has to be done. Got your confidence with the bruises, and every single time you use it, say that you'll always up it. When you start one day you'll change. Every night you open crying, that deep inside your dying aspirations are your wrist now. You'll be done one day. These words are very got her life, life. Jesus, more than is a lie, yeah. I begged her to run. She told me he's the only one who was left. Oh, now she's dead inside. I can see through your life. Such a confidence with the bruises, and every single time you use it, this ain't that you're always up there. But it says one day you'll change. Letting that you open crying, I know that deep inside you're dying. Masturbations on your wrist right now. Give it the other day. Alright, this is the time. Go start breaking stuff in your house. Go knock over a lamp. Go punch the window and videotape it and send it to us. That's great. The paintings of roses. The voices right into your head. That's it. You share the feeling of better all day. Silent thought, the voices keep blowing. Yes, you turn in the night. What's quiet? Sensations. Cause your confidence here with the verses, and every single time you say that you'll always up there. Boys, what's what they'll die? That you won't forget. That deep inside you're dying. Laceration on your wrist right now. They'll be gone one day. Cause you're confident. They'll be gone on Wednesday. Does it feel with the verses? It's every night you hold up your body. I tell you it's time one day. Thank you so much. We have been every other year. Thank you for having us at Patron Time. Thank you, MIC. We'll see you soon in person.
Well, that was such an amazing performance. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And now I just want to say thank you so much to all of our amazing performers. We cannot wait to see where your talent takes you. And a big thank you to our speakers for their inspiring advice and sharing their experience.
I also want to thank everybody who tuned in and watched. If you're still here, thank you. That set was totally worth it. I know it was. And I also want to thank our team. Couldn't have done it without the teams. To all the students that wanted to help and volunteer, to the publicity team, they did the talent coordination. So because of them, you guys got to see all those performers and all those speakers. to the marketing team, all those graphics you see on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. You know how it looks all cute and purple, the static, that's them behind all of that. And to the production team, they're the ones that put this thing on StreamYard. That's why you're watching it on YouTube or on Facebook. They're geniuses. So thank you so much. Yeah.
I know Itzel already mentioned it, but I want to say another thank you to my production team, to all the teams, but I want to give a special thanks because they were just so awesome. They were so diligent in their work and professional. Because again, this is all put on by students. We did all the reaching out, so just to see it come to fruition in like 2 weeks, you know, working extensively on during the Thanksgiving break and this week. A lot of them had projects, some exams to go through. So definitely thank you all. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And hopefully you're enjoying the rest of the week, the holidays, and stay safe out there. And thank you all.
Bye. Thank you.